Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting radio-exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Hey everybody, welcome to Creator to Creators. Today we have a special guest.
Hey, I'm Bobbi Dean.
welcome to the show. You're amazing. You're a model. You're an actress. You're an entrepreneur. You have your own business. You're doing it, girl. I love seeing that. I love seeing more women just being a boss out here. So tell us, how did you get started? How did you become the Bobbi Dean that you are today?
Well, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. No one in my family is in the entertainment business, so I have no idea where I got that little bug from, but since I was little, I knew that I wanted to entertain people. I was that kid that would like entertain the guests at family parties. So from there, I just kind of knew I wanted to be in the entertainment business, and actually went to school for the performing arts, not in college or anything, but high school. I thought I was going to be on Broadway. That didn't work out. But nonetheless, it let me know that I really was passionate about the entertainment industry. And from there, I started modeling, and then here I am today.
Awesome. That's awesome. Now, would you say that, like, obviously along the way, there were some difficulties getting there, but pretty much you were pretty much clear on set on what you wanted, and you just kind of, would you say sticking to that definitely helps? Consistency, right?
Yes, 1,000%. Yeah, consistency is super, super important.
Yeah, because I think that's the key that I'm noticing about just people, whether they're have their own business or whatever they're working on, they are consistent. They're continuing to put stuff out. And that's what I've noticed, like, you are constantly working, and that is so awesome and inspiring to a lot of people. So that's really cool. Have you always had that drive, like, just to keep going? Like, just...
Oh, yeah. Yes. I would definitely like to think that I'm ambitious and very hardworking. I think I get the hardworking part from my parents. They had their own businesses as I was growing up, and I think that even kind of showed me, like, hard work and determination will get you places. So thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yes. So what now? So that trend. So was it I love to talk about this. That when you're is it hard to get, like, the opportunities now, like, when you were just starting? Like, what did you do who did you reach out to? Like, was it just, are you just like writing and like, hey, writing people, hire me, or just like, I don't know, how did you go about that?
Well, for me, I knew that starting out, people weren't going to pay attention to me. So I knew that I had to either just put my own projects out there and get their attention that way, or, how you were saying, like, networking and reaching out to them. So for the most part, for me, what helped was just putting my work out there. I was like, hey, people are either going to think I'm super crazy, or they're going to be like, wow, that's awesome what she's doing. And lucky enough for me, people, thought like, wow, that's awesome. And that helped to get certain people's attention. But the other parts, yes, I did do my own research. I was like, okay, well, who's doing this or who's doing, you know, this on set, and let me talk to them, you know, let me see if I could even get like the smallest part, you know, just something so that they could see that I was dedicated and that I really was interested in working with them. And yeah, networking, it helps. It really, really
it does help. Absolutely, you're right. It's definitely, research is key, because how would you know to like know how to do something if we don't actually go out and search and figure out how to, you know, do it? And I think I think we live in a microwave society where people just want to get things automatically and not work for things. And yeah, you could definitely tell them. There's ones that just like, you do the work and I'll just piggyback on that.
Right,
like, no,
right.
This is a lot I do.
People take you more serious if you do a good amount of the work, you know? So yeah, I would just say that people should definitely do their research, because you also don't just want to go with the first person that tells you that they can help you, because, well, how do you know? Do your research. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, being a woman, obviously there are adversities. There are things that, I mean, it's hard to, I mean, even to prove yourself. I think you're constantly proving yourself as a woman, right? Even now, right? So how do you work around that? How do you work around that?
Well, being a woman, I already knew that I was gonna be facing a lot of these type of obstacles. So for me, it was just not letting them discourage me, and just understanding that no matter what you do, you know, whatever type of business you're trying to do, people are gonna, you know, try it with you. So for me, it was just to kind of ignore those situations and just keep pushing forward, and just keep showing people like, I'm not gonna let that distract me. I'm very serious about where I'm trying to go with my career. So I just ignore it, and keep it going.
That's good. Yeah, that's the best thing we can do, right? Because it's like, it's always going to be there, unfortunately.
Exactly.
So with your business, because, you know, you have your own company, you have your own like podcast show, you're doing a lot. And like, how did that venture start? You know, the candles and your own business and doing that. Like, what sparked that interest?
Well, for me, with my business, as I was saying before, my parents had their own businesses as I was growing up. So that already kind of planted that seed for me. Like, you know what? I think businesses run in our family, and I think I can do a really, really good job at this. Customer service is really important to me, and I want people to always have a really good experience. And then on top of that, having an online business, I know that sometimes that can put people off because they don't get to see a face. So for me, with my modeling career, I'm like, well, great. They know my face. They know me. So I have that relationship to kind of go hand in hand with my business. And the candle making part came from just my my background growing up, candles and religion and spirituality all tied in. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer, like, wait, this is already second nature for me. So boom, let's do it.
And they're great candles. I have one myself.
Thank
you. So just, you know, I don't like taking it this way, but I'm going to talk about it. I know the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lane situation.
Yeah.
And we already know there was shot in the foot, you know, and Tory Lanez did it. So she recently came out and made a video and really kind of took to the internet and addressed her fans. And it was really sad to me to see a Black woman at that have to go and defend herself about something that happened. And I could see the comments underneath, and I would say, this is so sad that and despite what she even said, people were like, oh, you're lying, and they're taking the side of Tory Lanez. And it's like, what do we have to do as women in order to be heard? That's very discouraging, right?
Very discouraging. And it's even crazier at the fact that this woman has such a big platform. So you would think that at least that would help her to seem more like a credible, person for people to believe in what she had to say. And it's just like, oh no, at the end of the day, you're still a woman. Women are very dramatic. Oh, women are very sensitive. no, that's probably not what happened. Like, I'm sure bits and pieces maybe, but the whole thing, no, can't be. It's just really, really unfortunate that any woman on any platform has to fight 10 times harder than men just to be heard, even in a situation like this where it involved her safety.
Yeah, it's actually really bizarre.
Yeah.
When you just, strip away just, the fact that she has a platform, just as a human, on a human level, I don't understand. But, I don't like to be messy but I think for argument's sake, have to talk about other situations. If it was, Kylie Jenner coming out and saying, if she was in the shoes and she said, well, this happened to me, I think it'll be a different situation. It'll be a different outcome. And I feel like, I think, with the climate now, I think it's just really sad that women have to, do so much to just be seen and believed when you're like, why would I make something up? Like, it's really bizarre. And it happens too often in the industry we are in. Yes. In the entertainment industry, business industry, just being a woman. And it's like, I think my thing about bringing it up is like, to address these men, it's like, men, you have to protect your women. Like, you have to stand by them and say, like, I stand with you, and even if you're not a woman, you still have to have sympathy and understand, because it's like, that's just what human people on a humane level, people would do.
But isn't that unfortunate that she needed other people to say, hey, I'm with you, I believe you, even other male entertainers had to step up and say that flat out, hey, we're not with Tori, we're with you. Like, that's unfortunate that as women, we need that little backup in order for people to be like, well, maybe she's telling the truth after all.
Sad. It's really sad. I think that's why I really want to talk. But I definitely, my heart goes out to her situation, and and all the other women out there in the world that are dealing with this. I mean, this is what the whole Me Too movement was about. It's like, hey, listen to us. This has been happening way too long, and yet it still happens.
Yes.
Do you think it'll ever go away? I guess the levels of power, like men always being like over women. Do you think it'll ever kind of be even?
I don't know if it'll be even, but I think that we can get as close to it as possible, at least within the next few years. It might take a little more time for us to get that equality, which is unfortunate that we're still fighting for that. We're still fighting to be equal. We're still fighting to be heard. And it's just something so basic that you would think we could get, but no.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Okay, a lighter subject. I definitely wanted to address that because so many women actually were talking to me about this and how I felt, and so I thought we could address that on the show today. So thank you.
Of course.
So now that you have your business, now that you have all these things that you're working on, what's next for you? What do you want to see your business in the next, I don't know, 5 years?
Within the next 5 years, I would hope that we could grow to be international. At the moment, we're just more within the US because I am such a small business, but I would love to expand within the next few years. So any room for growth is always awesome, but I think that would be my main focus, to just grow into being international.
Nice. I love that. It's going to happen. I mean, you work hard at that. Guys, I'm telling you, I've seen the process. It's an amazing process, out in, your company and what you're doing, and you're working hard. And I only can definitely see going up from there. I mean, that's just the natural progression, because everything you do is just fire.
Thank you.
Also, you write a little bit, because you've done some. You write. I could say you write, because you've written some things, and we've done some things together. Because we did a short, and we put in the film festivals, and it did pretty well. I would love people to know that you like horror. That's
Yeah.
like that's something that I was like, whoa, I love that you like horror genre. Like, where did that come from? I wouldn't picture you as a.
Well, funny enough, it actually comes from my childhood. Growing up with my parents, the movies that we would tend to watch together, which I don't even know why they were letting me watch this, but we watched a lot of horror movies together. I mean, I grew up watching the entire, Chucky series, the Friday the 13th, and, like, all of that was literally with my parents. And why they let me watch that, I have no idea, but I think I was that, like, one strange kid that didn't have any nightmares. So they were like, hey, she likes them, let's keep watching them. But I loved it. I always thought it was amazing. I love the storylines. I love that it's just not your typical story. I love the goriness. It's fun. It's like for me, I was just like, yeah, like what's gonna happen next? Like who's gonna get murdered? Like, oh my God, I'm trying to figure it out. Like it was amazing to me. So I just knew, I was like, I want to do stuff like that when I get older. How? I don't know, but it's gonna happen. So
I was surprised. Like, you like horror? Wow. And I think that just solidified. I'm like, yes, someone who enjoys it. So yeah, we have some really cool stuff coming sometime soon.
Yeah.
After the COVID situation. Being that you're in LA, right? So how is the COVID situation happening, right? Is it kind of dying down? Is it still kind of?
I mean, it's still kind of it's still there. Not much we can do about it. But I will say that it seems like a lot more people are not taking it as serious. Just yesterday, I was passing by the beach, just driving by, and I literally was seeing crowds and crowds of people. And as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, well, they're not quarantining. Like, I mean, so in that sense, it doesn't seem like we're moving forward. It seems like people are just taking things very casually and just trying to go back into regular life. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, so when is this over? I was talking to this guy in Toronto. He was like, yeah, we just watch what you guys do and we'll just follow suit. I was like, okay.
You're like, no, don't pay attention to what we're doing.
Yeah, don't do what we're doing.
Right.
Apparently it's not working. It's just like, I don't know. So what I love to ask every guest on the show, what advice would you give to someone who wants to do what you're doing and to get in the business, like whether it's business, modeling, acting, what advice would you give that person?
Well, I think it's important to have some type of blueprint or idea of just where you want to go with this. And it doesn't have to be 100% solid, just something. And then from there, I would just say, go for it, because I think that that's actually the hardest part for a lot of people. Everybody can say, I want to do this, but for people to take it into action, that's a big hurdle for a lot of people. And I would say, don't worry about what other people have to say, because their opinion at this point doesn't really matter. It's about you and where you want to go with your career. So just go for it. Be prepared for some people to, not support it. And remember to have a positive attitude, because positivity only attracts better things. If you're worried, if there's any bit of fear or doubt, that projects. It does project, and it will kind of stunt your growth. And you don't want that, you're starting off, right? So just be very, very positive, and just consistency, how we said at the beginning of this, consistency is really important. Once you hit the ground running, keep going and don't look back, because there's just no time. Anything that you want to do in life, it's going to need for you to keep that momentum going. So just, go for it.
I love that. Thank you so much. This has been such a fun, I love talking to you.
Talking to you.
This has been a great conversation. Thank you so much. Oh, and also let us tell everybody, where can they find you and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. So I'm literally on all social media platforms.
Everything
you can think of: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. You guys can literally find me with my name. My handle is Bobbi_Dean, and that's literally just Bobbi with an I. And yeah, Bobbi Dean.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. We enjoyed you. And to everybody out there, thank you for listening. And remember to live, love, laugh. Bye, guys.